Everyone, my name is Vinton. Let's go. Music! Hello everybody, welcome back to American Textbook Reading. I am Fern Town and today we're looking at Social Studies Book 4, Lesson 5, the Federal of the Course and Federal Government of the United States. In this lesson, though in this lesson, we part of the U.S. federal government. Federal is like national, more than that, and what a constitution is a constitution is very important for a federal government. Okay, let's get start. The first word we have is courage. Courage is the name for the group of U.S. lawmakers. Here I must make a little distinction that a Congress is one branch government and is made up two bodies. Congress is made up of the Senate, which we call the upper or upper part, or is the more formal, the more maybe a little bit. So the other part of the letter of the story is a long name. Rep. House of a Reverend Status. So courageous. Actually, the state is named after the chamber and the lower chamber. It's the house of the Senate has fewer is the house and many hundreds of the members, but is the name for the group of U.S. lawmakers. Those people make laws for the whole country, and as you can see is this bird now, I don't think all of the courage there. So and it looked like the status speech, I think, and so maybe it's hard to say. Okay, but anyway. Okay. Negative is to take it all the ways and ration my life. It is when people make laws and they enforce laws and they talk, they make laws, they passed. Whether they use this word we talk about is to deserve the part of the government and legislative of the government usually because myself, but there are three branches to the U.S. government, the United States government. There are richest branch about the other branches, and next but is like a different branch, and they all equal and they should be equal and in power. That's how the one person take all the power and rule the country like a tunnel or a direction. We don't want that. So hopefully branches of the government spread the power out among different people. Okay, next executive. Now executive. We have a legislative. It's one branch. A legislative. Executive. Relating to managing or urgent, and of course as at a company talk about the leaders called the executives because group of origin. So the CEO is the chief executive officer at a company, the manager at the cat company origins. In this case, we see picture President Obama. He is the executive of the executive branches he's the leader of the United States. He manages his job. The United States have all the power, which is good. Okay, next White House. White House, we would say White House, place where the President of the United States live and work. So it's the west thing. Of course, when you talk about is within a west of a big house, they call Greens is the place where the president has his office and all the her staff have office in White House, the West Wing, in the where the president. So we do leave it all the Washington stage. Okay, I wonderful this one. And you know it's my big. So to the west is west. Go up. So combination, and they can just get to. Yeah. Just get to. No, I wonderful. So of course the third branches. Government is the juices branches. Branch, so we all covered all the branches. The legislative branch, the judicial branch. What is the judicial branch? Judicial relates to court, the court. The stand and makes the law. The judicial branch is, I think, I would over here. So we have to branch them, or do not allow for president. I know them about cars, cats, they all the world wish those. We have to just go. So how is to be faced? So they're more like a direction. And I can get it to paces. And you know I want to call you something. I want to do them. The judicial branch and this branch make governments large governments. So from this century, they should in this case and in the score be undiscussed powers. Of course, you know, on one branch stronger than the other depending who the people is working in it. But this is a safety item. It's a way to spread power among different people. So I wonder choose them one. Okay, so lesson now for some main idea. Of course, it's kinda U.S. federal. This can take a What is 8? Yeah, but the president lives and walks. The president of the U.S. lives and walks. Everyone's to know what about the Capitol and the buildings that house courage. So excuse me what the work is about. And I want to know them. White House, but that's where all the, of course, is the large buildings. So the president will sign if the president doesn't sign. In that case, the veto of the means it doesn't sign the bill and will not be passed. Of course, the legislative branch can whether it can have enough votes. So okay, but usually is add-on. The Marvel president can veto assigns the bill in until the president when says correct to make I can have just total just allows have the ladies of the expanded that allows and also that tells body that does That is Superman. Now, of course, the not just one jet is America. There are 9 jettos. Again, this is very important. This is very important part in the littles. We don't have to just in videos, in visual. It should be nice. Why? Can have to have 8. You could have 4 voting, 4 and 4 for voting. That is tie. But if you have to 9, and that is half time. It can work is too far. So, and some people of them clear. So we have to choose 4 to 4, and that is how that a big mess to do them. So it can work is to do. So, and that is important point. If correct, it can work as to do. You know once do force. What is to do? Government share power, okay? The second idea. Once about whether Superman, coward, and predictions is how to disguise us to cast them. Work is too far away, and know that it cautions at the start of the United States constitution. Actually, United States was the first country to secession and became a democracy. The broke and goodbye.